I think they're showing Son of Frankenstein today. Watch this. Look at the detail on this one. And this would be House of Frankenstein. They're also showing House of Frankenstein.
If they're not marked, they're $2.
Okay, thank you.
You think you have another one? Talk to you before you take
If you see something that
That's all I would have got this right now.
No, it just ended up there for someone else.
No, that would be that.
That would.
You want?
I'm all right. How are you?
It's an original Harry Potter Lego.
See these postcards. You get this for mommy. She likes postcards.
Buddy. Good. Still retired.
last couple of months. Yeah. Yeah, I've already put that. So I'm already. So I'm definitely doing it down the way. Goodness in my heart or something. What have you been up to?
Nothing. School was really rough this year. They were no subs. Yeah, well, you're like a babysitter now. Let's start it off. See, gorgeous. I picked it up on eBay when I saw the box. I didn't even know it came out. Yeah, well, this is the box. Yeah, the best part, all those stars, those are decals. That's like an hour putting one on. Time.
No, no one's going to show some old ones. It's going to be original, the first one, but I love that. But yeah, first one. They're going to show some that were made even before that. few years before that.
Close down, I'll give her all.
Do I have? How we doing? The $20 for all that includes everything that's in here. It says $1 each or $20 for all.
Oh yeah, all the postcards.
With the folder.
Yeah.
I think so. My wife loves postcards.
Oh,
She's
okay.
gonna love these.
Yeah, I knew somebody would want that.
Yeah.
I had a couple people buy a couple, but I knew somebody would want them all because it's kind of a
Yeah.
don't send them anymore, right?
Well, she belongs like this, like, or she used to, where like you trade them and like you send them to someone else and they send them back.
That's
And
crazy. I never heard of that, but
Yeah.
that's good. So there's always somebody that likes whatever it is.
she's gonna like this. That'll be it.
I think I only kept one, and it was from a place where they used to have a big plastic dinosaur. You go visit.
Oh yeah, we've been there in
South Dakota?
oh, I thought you meant in Virginia, in Front Royal, Virginia.
Maybe it is there. I don't know.
It's not too far from here. Front Royal, Virginia. It's still around.
Oh, okay.
It's called, I think, called Dinosaur Land.
We'll see.
Well, I'm sure there's more than one place like that.
Yeah,
but
there's
like
gotta be, yeah.
the one in Front Royal is right the northern part of Virginia, not far from Pennsylvania border. It's not far from Gettysburg.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little far from here, but it's not that
Not
far.
that far. I've been up in the Gettysburg.
Yeah. So like it's maybe I'm thinking it's less than an hour south of Gettysburg.
Okay.
And then
I should have taken my kids there.
it's really like kids from the 60s. It's not, I mean, there's a few newer statues there. I haven't been there. My oldest girl was probably 2 years old or something when we were there. So I've been there like 14 years ago probably. We lived down in Richmond for a while.
I still might go. I'll be retired.
Yeah.
pretty soon, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to see over there, but then the really cool place is, which I don't know if they still have all that stuff there, Natural Bridge, Virginia. And over there they have, they had at the time, there's one artist, I don't know if that stuff is still there. He had a haunted house. He had Stonehenge made out of styrofoam. We called it Foamhenge. It was an exact replica of Stonehenge.
Undercover.
No, you could just go there. It's open for, and then the other thing he had there was with the dinosaurs. It was animatronic dinosaurs, really nice, and there's a whole story about how the Union soldiers did like a Jurassic Park to attack the South. So they made these dinosaurs to
Made their altered history.
Yeah, it was. He did the haunted house. I remember the kids weren't scared until the very end. Then they
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. What do you got there? Get some cars to play?
All right, good to see you.
Thank you.
Ooh, it's
I have live stream. Just like 9, 10, right?
it is a gumball. It's the first 12.
Yeah. What time we want to go to? Well, pick it up, please. What time we want to go into the city? I want to go to the mikveh after 1 p.m., but I don't want to spend too much time there. Do you want to see the Superman meets the Mole Men, or which movie? What, you do? You don't? I kind of want to see that. What is this one? What are they showing here? Is this the Undersea Kingdom?
I think it is.
I told you Alta Bubby she knew. She met Ray Crash Corrigan.
Closest to New York. That's a Blu-ray.
Oh, it's Commander Cody.
I know, she's hanging up for the gun, you know? Somebody, one commentator, one person talking about it, says, yeah, this is DEI, which amounts to DIE.
Yeah.
You want the Colossus in New York?
Yeah, it's in here.
Let's see.
I mean, I want to watch it. I don't want to.
Here it is. Yeah.
Oh.
$20. Or what's going on? How are we doing?
You know, it's a busy rush for a little bit, man.
What do you mean? This is all. Let's put it back then.
I want to.
Oh, you do want to get it? Okay.
I did.
I picked another one. I decided to go all my points. I'm gonna change my shirt.
I mean, I have a $50 bill, so I could get back.
Yeah. Or I could pay it with a card.
How are you?
Good. I would like to buy this.
Okay. 20?
You want me to pay for it with a card or?
It's nice
I
of
think
Dad to
I'll
offer.
pay,
He wants to pay for it.
Okay. All right. Let me get you a bag and some change.
Oh, I don't need a bag. I already got one.
Some change. And 30 is your change.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Say thank you, Saul.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Good when they're on back. I told you, I found out in advance as opposed to sitting at the airport.
$20.
The figures went.
Hey,
Later, I'm gonna shoot a video of this place in 3D.
Cool.
He wants to
Very
take
cool.
two phones together to put it
Cool.
together.
Very cool.
He says he's writing a book about the history of 3D movies.
And I always wanted to make an article
An article?
on Monster Mash magazine.
Send me.
Yeah,
an
he'll
email
print
with
it.
an
He'll print
article.
it. He'll print it up.
Yeah.
How you doing?
All right. He's so enthusiastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How you doing? You all
We're
right?
great.
Yeah.
We're great. We're great.
Yeah.
We bought our house. We spent a lot of time.
I
and-
think Ursula or someone told me that you guys had there was something turmoil going on.
Yeah,
and-
it was really rough. It was really our landlord was saying if we didn't buy the house, they were selling it, and then they charged us for all the debts that we've been,
Oh, jeez.
even though it was a lot of stuff they were responsible for, like the roof and the floor, things that
Yeah,
weren't our
usually a
fault.
landlord
Yeah.
takes care of the
And
general upkeep.
So they,
Yeah.
it was very strange, but
Well, things
we
are
closed.
things
yeah.
are settling now.
Yeah. So
That's good.
we bought the house. We closed on the house,
Oh,
like
good.
that. But it took.
So you didn't have to move; you bought the house.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's
we
good.
had to move all our stuff out because the bank wouldn't give us the loan unless the repairs were done.
Oh, jeez.
So we still had to move everything into a lot of stuff into storage back and forth for weeks.
Major hassle, but you got
We
it.
got
taken
it
care
done.
of.
It cost some money, more money than we've ever spent in our life. But we were like, we need this vacation.
Yeah.
this is our only vacation we take. It's Monster Mash, and looking forward to August and November, and it'll be. And with my work, it's good. I have enough vacation days, so it's like I already put in my leave for this one and the next one. So I still have plenty of days off. So.
That's good.
How you all been doing? How's
All right. I have a separated shoulder,
Yeah.
but other than that, yeah, I'm functioning. It
Okay.
still hurts a little bit, but not like when I first did it. It was Ursula was putting on my shoes. It was so bad. I mean, I couldn't move because I crashed all my weight on this shoulder.
Oh.
I hit the ground right on my shoulder.
Oh.
So yeah, it's still weird because it's like my end of my collarbone's here instead of here.
How?
But the doctor thinks I won't need surgery. I have to see him August 2nd.
Okay.
So I'm hoping I don't.
Yeah. We made it down to Blobfest last
Oh
Sunday.
yeah, it was a fun
and
time.
It was. I hadn't been there in years, maybe 5-6 years. I was there. I've only ever been there on Sunday, and we were only there. We wanted to see. Saw one. See, they showed the Creature from Black Lagoon in 3D, 35 millimeter.
Oh wow.
I never appreciated that movie so much. I was always more a fan of Revenge of the Creature because it's funny and it's like,
Yeah, right. There's more
like
action.
the first one is just like I always thought it was kind of boring to be honest. Like
Yeah,
I
the
could
first-
appreciate it.
yeah.
But
I
seeing
know
it
what
in
you
3D on the big screen, it was a different movie.
I saw it once in 3D, and I remember what impressed
Yeah.
me most was for the 3D. It
Yeah.
was not something big. It was a little fish just going by here. Just subtle things that were
Yeah.
like right here.
But also, you know what I really noticed was the fins on the back of the Gilman's costume.
Oh, they really stood out.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then what I didn't know, we went down there for the just to see Creature from the Black Lagoon, and I didn't know Joel Hodgson was there.
Oh wow.
He riffed Son of the Blob. I knew they were showing Son of the Blob, but I didn't know they were riffing it. If I knew that, probably I wouldn't have sat through Son of the Blob without the riffing.
Yeah.
With the riffing, I think I could maybe. I don't think I've ever made it through Son of the Blob. I've tried a few times.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
Yeah.
It looks good when you see photos and
Yeah.
stuff, but the movie's like
Yeah, it drags on a lot.
yeah,
And it's like,
very 70s too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really stuck in the early 70s.
So we got to. Sal never met Joel Hodgson before.
Okay.
That was the first time we came here was because Joel Hodgson was here 10 years ago.
Right, but you didn't get to meet him.
He was.
Oh,
he
he's too
wasn't
young.
here. He
Or-
stayed with his grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 1 year old then. He just turned 11 now.
Time flies.
Yeah.
It seems to me, like Joel Hodgson was just a year or two
Right,
ago.
right.
But yeah.
So he was so excited to meet him, and
Oh, that's cool.
that was the whole reason we came here to begin with. Because, like I said to
Was
Millie,
Hodgson-
we had seen we were at the last cinematic Titanic, which was in Philly, Millie and I. And then I said to Millie, I saw on Twitter, I was like, Joel Hodgson is in Pittsburgh this weekend. We could leave after the Sabbath, get in the car, get there Sunday and see him. It's about a 7-hour drive. You want to do that? She said, yes. I said, really? I was just joking. And then I was like, wait a second. Rico Browning's gonna be there, and Jay North, and all. Like, this sounds pretty cool. You know,
Yeah.
like, and then we got here, and we were like, and then we got hooked, and that was it. And now we can't miss it. Now we, you know.
We're so glad to see you
Oh,
guys.
we're glad
always.
to
I
see
mean,
you.
it's like
This
it's
is
the
like-
fam. It's
yeah,
Monster
this-
Bash family.
Yeah, this is a family reunion.
tell you what,
This is not,
I'll tell you what, do you like
I've been to other shows. Nothing is like this. Nothing
Yeah.
is like this.
Yeah,
you know.
they're either too gory for me, or it's more of just a business and
Yeah.
not like people that everyone loves the stuff. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. No, this is. Well, what I appreciate is that there's something going on the whole time. You know, because like you go to Chiller, spend a lot of money, it's crowded.
Yeah.
It's way too crowded, and you know they get the big stars out there. But I haven't been to Chiller in a couple of years because it wasn't.
You hear you can spend more quality time
Yeah,
with the stars. You
you
can
can-
actually
yeah.
have a conversation,
Oh,
not
yeah.
just like $40. See ya.
Yeah, if it's that much. Some of the I think some of them were like $70, $80. I think it was like
know that's really
who was it?
escalated.
Fonzie. Was,
Oh, Henry
Henry
Winkler.
Winkler, I
Yeah.
think, and then and that was pretty quick. The most interesting person I met at Chiller, who I never met anywhere else, was Haru Nakajima,
Oh, for Godzilla.
and it was only like $10
wow.
for a picture and the autograph. It was, I don't know what, you know, and like that was.
Dan's trying to sell you a gun.
Yeah. I know that piece to have all the pieces together with the hand and everything.
Well, somebody broke this part
Oh,
off,
okay.
but he could still get in there.
Yeah.
And then the thing with the arm.
Because I remember the first time I saw one of those was
You catch it?
at the Nostalgia Convention in Baltimore. We went there. We actually went there twice, but one time we went there, the hotel there was no. You remember that year? The no air conditioning.
Oh, I remember that year.
Yeah. So we.
Do we remember that year?
We left that. We left there, and then the other time we went, we saw you there. Well, and then they're not doing it this year though, because the
Yeah,
hotel.
the hotel got torn
Yeah.
down, and they took a while to find another hotel. But next, they're
Yeah,
going to do it.
yeah, I know they're
following
doing it next year. Yeah. And I thought that one would be like this, but it's still not the same.
It is a nicer crowd. It's a nice crowd.
It's the closest thing I've seen to this,
Yeah.
but it's not the same. This is still, you know, and that's much closer to us. That's like half the drive. It's not. We don't care if we miss that. We don't care if we miss anything else. But like this, we can't miss it. Like we had to. It wasn't easy to put everything together. Both our cars were in the shop yesterday, and we got them. We both needed brakes. We were like, not driving to Pittsburgh without good brakes, so we got it done. And we made it here. So I got here around 8, and Lily didn't get here till after 1. But yeah, we'll see you later. Good to see you. God bless you, friend.
Yes.
Would you give us a second? Yeah, let's go up to the break attack registry.
Pretty good. Abe, how you see something you like? You don't have to. What's going on, guys? How we doing? Oh, we're here.
Family strolling about.
Yeah, we made it here. I got here at a decent hour. I got here about 8 o'clock last night.
Yeah.
I mean, but my wife didn't get here till after 1 a.m. Both our cars were in the shop until yesterday, and we both needed brakes. We weren't going to drive 6 hours without brakes. That was. We made it, and then Thursday night I teach on Zoom. So like pretty much as soon as I settled in here, I had to get on Zoom and start teaching. But
that's wild, like the way like we were talking this morning about how the pandemic changed a lot of things in terms of like people's relation to using technology for doing working virtually or teaching lessons or doing meetings.
oh, it's
and
phenomenal
things
because
like that.
this is a church out in Wisconsin, and I learn with them twice a week, and they pay me pretty well, and it's awesome. And it's just, we've gotten to be good friends. They flew me out there for a wedding a couple of months ago. It's just, they found me online, like on, YouTube or something, because I do a lot of YouTube videos, and then we've been, it's been for a while, maybe a year and a half already, maybe 2 years. We've been studying together, and it's just been amazing. And they're just nice folks, and
We were talking with some friends last weekend, playing at a music festival out in Colorado.
Oh, wow.
And two of the folks work virtually, and they're like, because normally it would have been like we'd finish playing like at 5 o'clock Sunday, and you take a red eye back to Washington D.C. or whatever, and they're like, no, we're just staying over at the hotel, and we're working virtually tomorrow. We'll fly home, tomorrow in the afternoon because we can do that.
Yeah.
It's like, that's great. You can do that.
Yeah, I applied to switch because I work in the one state prison, and there was an opening in central office for a job there, and but it wasn't the best fit. But one of the things that appealed to me was that you could work 3 days a week from home.
Yeah.
But there were other reasons why it wasn't. And then anyway, they picked up the guy who I thought was going to get the job got the job. But Billy started working part-time in the prison system. Like, I'm full-time in one prison. He's part-time. Where I work is an hour from home, and I'm there every day. And where she works twice a month, it's 3 hours from home.
Wow.
And but it's the women's prison near Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and we live in New York State by the border. So but she loves it. But she was like, Reverend so and so, he's going to get that job, and I was like, I think you're right, but we'll see. And like I went down for the interview, but yeah, she was right. And we all knew he was going to get it, and it was well deserved. So. This is coming home. We needed a vacation. We've had a rough year, and we made it, and we finally bought our house, which was our landlord said we rented for 12 years. He said if we don't buy it, he told us a couple years ago he wanted us to buy it. I was like, it'll take us a couple years to save up for a down payment, to get our credit good, because we never had credit cards or anything. I had to get a credit card, build up credit and stuff, which I should have thought of when I was younger. Like I remember one banker said to me, get a credit card if you ever want to buy a house. You need to build, and I never thought of it. And I was like, I'm afraid. I don't want to build up debt and anything. But I needed to build up credit. So. Finally did it. We finally, and the landlord said, at this point, if you don't buy it, we're selling it to someone else, and we're going to charge you for all the damage in the house, which was a lot of stuff. They were responsible for the roof and the floor, things we had no. The worst things for us is, all right, our kids grew on the walls, or there was some minor damage to some of the walls. But they're like, no, we're going to charge you for everything. Or like, either you buy it, or we're going to take all the money we saved up. Not only we wouldn't have been able to move, because all the money we saved up for the down payment and everything, I don't think we'd even be able to have the first and the last month's rent to move. They would have taken everything, so we did it. Yeah, it was a lot of work though, because then the bank wouldn't give us the loan until we fixed the damage. So we had to move everything out of the house anyway, so we still had to move essentially. We moved a bunch of stuff into storage. Got most of it back, not everything yet, but we're here. We were like, can we really afford monsters? We usually take 2 hotel rooms, like adjoining hotel rooms. Like this year we'll take 1. We bought these little bunk beds, and they fold up into little, and so the kids we're all fit in one room. One of the kids stayed with my mom. But, we got 6 of the 7 are here.
It's a good reminder that, people often talk about this feeling like a family, but there is this element here each year, I find, where you look to see like who's here. Is anyone missing? Are they okay? Are they sick? Did they die or what? Because a lot of us of an age where it's like health issues or something going on. Ron and I talked about that. I mean, he separated his shoulder and everything, and we're just not, moving as quickly as we once did. In the early batch, first couple of batches, we had a very small staff. The first ones we were just running day and 24/7. You could do that 30 years ago. Not anymore.
When was the first one? 98?
97.
97.
Wow. So it's 27 years ago.
Wow.
I
was 13. If I had known about it, I would have been here. It's like Tom Shabil and I are the same age. And I was like, if I had known about, if I knew about this, I probably would have found a way to get here.
Because the first one was in Ligonier, at a hotel in Ligonier, and we all stayed at Ron and Ursula's house, which was downtown Ligonier. And we only had one batch staff shirt each, so we'd come home, and just toss them in the wash, and Ursula would wash them and dry them, and we'd pick them up next morning on the way out the door. It was really a shoestring operation.
Wow. Big people. The first time you had Forrest Ackerman here?
Forrest Ackerman.
Ray Harryhausen here?
He was the second.
Wow. I would have loved to be
Sarah
here.
Karloff and Bela Jr. and Ron Jr. Ray Harryhausen was really a wonderful guest. He was in '98. He was really.
I would have
just
loved
a
to.
delight.
That would have been amazing too.
His wife was funny too. She's British and has a very dry sense of humor. I don't know why you people just keep coming and talking to Ray. He's really not that interesting. I've heard all these stories before. I can tell you any of them if you want. Just a hoot,
Wow, that's awesome.
Well, it was great. I mean, and Ron and I still talk about that when we were 12 years old and reading Famous Monsters. Like, who would have imagined?
Lily went to England on a speaking tour a couple of months ago, and she went by herself. I didn't get to go. I actually was here in Pittsburgh when she was there because it was a prison chaplains conference here in Pittsburgh. She was supposed to be there, and then they called her. They're like, "Can you come to England?" And it's like, "Yeah, I need the money, and I want to go to England." And she wasn't. She said the first few days she was at a hotel like by the beach, and she said that was incredible. Then London was not what she expected. She said she never saw. We lived down south, but she never saw the open racism that she saw in England. People just really being horrific, like the way they talk there. But anyway, the point was that's a side point. She went to Mary Shelley's grave. She tried very hard to get to Stonehenge, but it was raining and she didn't make it. And also she was working, she only had so much time free. And we kept telling her, go to BFA, because they have the only copy of Prehistoric Peeps, which is the first dinosaur movie ever. She said, no, I was like, this way you could talk about it. In August, you could say, I saw the first dinosaur movie, because nobody's seen it. You have to go, you can only see it in London. Like, there's nowhere else in the world. I don't know why they won't put it on, BFI. But, I don't know why they don't put on. They put everything else online. They have a YouTube channel. They have a streaming service. I would pay for the streaming service just to watch that 4-minute clip of just to see the first dinosaur movie ever that we know of. So you heard of that, Prehistoric Peeps? Most people think it's lost. That's the thing, but it's actually not lost. It's actually possible to see. You have to go to London to see it. Like, what's the big deal for them to And it's not like they charge money for it. It's like you can go and see it for free.
Well, I'm baffled sometimes by the different things that don't, are not available like on DVD or Blu-ray or streaming or whatever kind of thing it is, and it just would.
Well, that's what he takes care of that.
Yeah, the one person
Son of
that
Gould
I know
takes
that
care of
does,
it.
that does some films, like made some documentary films. Because I've asked him a few times, Jim Brown, why is this thing not available?
Yeah.
He's like, well, there's this or that thing in it that, one little segment of it is owned by a copyright of this kind of thing, and I can't, because it's got this piece of music in it or this actor or whatever the thing is, and it's like,
Yeah, but this is something from 1904. It's
Yeah,
public domain already.
domain.
I don't know if England has the same rules of copyright that we have, though, because it was when I was a kid, I was obsessed with what was in the public domain, and because I was like, I could take two VCRs, put them together, and try to sell them to my friends, and I made a little catalog. It wasn't very successful, but it was, So then, at that time, pretty much everything that was foreign was considered public domain in America until there was one Supreme Court case about it that basically, because like all of Hitchcock's British films, all of the one famous one was Godzilla versus Megalon. That was, it was considered to be in the public domain forever, and then finally, Toho was like, no, it's not, and then that was the whole Mystery Science Theater controversy. They gave out a DVD of it. It was in the DVD set, and then they said, and so those are really rare, the Godzilla vs. Megalon DVDs, because they switched it off with the giant Gila monster, which everyone agrees is the public domain.
When Ron first started, before it was Creepy Classics, it was sponsored Hollywood. And then we found that someone had that copyright, so he changed it to Creepy Classics. But the VHS days, he had tons of stuff that he was just duping.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it was just like, nobody, when VHS was still kind of new, nobody really thought much about it.
Yeah.
Kind of like It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, yeah.
What it was that they eventually found that
the story
they
it was
owned
based
the story,
on.
or they could own the copyrighted story or whatever like that. And it was like, it wasn't until people started going, hey, there's a lot of money to be made on this stuff. We better.
Which it wasn't a popular movie until it fell into the public domain, and they showed it all the time.
Exactly. I remember seeing it for the first time probably back in the 1980s.
Yeah.
It was like sort of vaguely heard of it. And, it was
But
on
then they showed it.
Yeah, it was on
constantly.
Turner Network or whatever. And I was watching it. It was like, well, this is a pretty fun,
Yeah.
It's delightful movie, of course.
Well, the story goes was that, because there's the 4 Three Stooges episodes that are in the public domain.
Yeah.
And one is The Brideless Groom. And there was apparently one station, I think it was somewhere in this area, either Pittsburgh area or West Virginia, just showed Brideless Groom on a loop constantly because of the public domain, and they could. And they said Emil Sitka in the 80s would make money showing up at people's weddings and saying, "Hold hands, you lovebirds." Have you ever been to the Stoogia in the Ambler?
No.
This place, it's Ambler is about an hour north of Philly.
Yeah, I used to live in.
Okay, so we were there. I was there with my dad before he passed, and that was a fascinating place. That's worth making a trip to, and it's not expensive, and you can make an appointment because they only really open like once a week or twice a week, or you can make an appointment, and they don't charge extra for if they're available to have a docent to let you in, and it's 3 floors. If you would see from the outside, you think it's just like industrial park, something, and you go in there. The first floor is the actual artifacts from the Stooges. Their driver's licenses and their clothes, their costumes from the movies and stuff, props from the movies. They have for from the Three Stooges in Orbit, the little spaceship that they flew, and the model that was used on screen. The second floor is posters from all the movies and toys and the and then the merchandise, and then the third floor is art based on the Three Stooges, and then they have a movie theater in there where they just show Stooges shorts, and they have the Hall of Shem, and so that's they give out a quarterly periodical that's pretty good. I get that in the mail, and it's actually very interesting the stuff they come up with to write about the Three Stooges.
3 p.m. is when it's open?
What?
That's when they are open for business.
Probably gonna go into town, get something to eat, better go down to Squirrel Hill to get some kosher food and come back. So.
Is that probably the best close place?
Yeah, it's a good half-hour drive, but it's maybe 25 minutes. We can. There's a good variety of food. There's one good deli down there that's really good. And there's a pizza shop we go to. So we'll be down there soon. We're just trying to decide on our schedule. Millie's probably still asleep. I don't know since she came in so late. But I'm just so happy to be here. This is so relaxing.
So I'll watch one of the years that Reese.
Yeah.
It might be something that's on one of the video tapes too. Just at the beginning, he says something about, I really needed this year. I know exactly what you mean.
I need it every year though.
Yeah, well, that's true.
But I probably need it more this year. It felt like another year. I don't know. I'm looking forward to August though.
Yeah.
This will be the third time we're there in Canton. I really enjoy that, and
I'm going to be there this year for the first time because I moved from Colorado to Northern Virginia, so I can drive here this year. And I asked Ron about it, and he said, he actually, Leonard, hurt his foot, he can't help.
Oh, yeah. He was there last year.
So,
yeah, I saw him in a wheelchair.
Yeah. I forget. I think it Achilles. I think it's Achilles, something like that. So yeah. So I thought that sounded like a cool thing, and now that it's like, again, I've really grown to dislike flying in an airplane. Any distance, I'll drive 6 hours because I can stop and I can do all of those stuff.
Yeah, our drive about 6 hours.
Yeah. I mean, it was only a 3-hour drive for me because I live now just at the very northern tip. It's 20 miles to West Virginia.
Okay. How far are you from Front Royal?
Front Royal is about 10 miles.
Have you been to Dinosaur Land?
I passed it. I passed it and really going places. I've seen it.
Yeah, it's cool because we lived in Richmond for a while. Although that's not nowhere close to Richmond, but
Well, Andy, my brother-in-law, he lives in Richmond, and my sister lives in Richmond. I go down there periodically. I go down there. I also have one of the people I play music with is in Stanton, so I go down and Stanton.
Yeah. We moved to. I haven't been back there for a while, like 12 years probably since I've been back there. But I lived there for almost 5 years.
Okay, so you know exactly where we go. Well, Winchester.
Well, you said Stanton. I almost thought you said Stafford. I spent a night in jail in Stafford.
It's got to be some kind of story.
Anything over 80 miles an hour in Virginia is a misdemeanor.
Oh dear.
So you got to be careful.
I will be.
You got to be careful speeding there, because even if they don't lock you up, it's on your record forever, and you have to come in. You can't just pay the ticket. You have to come in for a hearing and a trial. So I went in for the hearing. I thought, I saw everybody the hearing was just to schedule a trial date, but there were people having the trial, and everyone was pleading guilty. I didn't know that they talked to the Commonwealth attorney or whatever. So when I came back for the trial, I pled guilty, and they locked me up for the thing. And they took away my license for 3 months. It was a $500 fine plus all the court fees, and it was yeah. And I was driving down the 95. One of the boys from the high school there, he wanted to visit his mom. His mom was sick. They lived in Silver Spring. I was on the way back, and until Fredericksburg, everyone was going 80 miles an hour, and I was just keeping up with traffic. And then everything cleared out, and then my car started shaking. I was just going a lot more than 80 miles an hour. I didn't realize I put my foot on the brake, and the cop caught me. And the thing is, I shouldn't have pled guilty because it wasn't intentional. Intent is far. I didn't know what I was doing because, could have pled no contest or something else. But then I had another one. They came to my door because a failure to yield, and I didn't even realize it was there was a crossing guard with a sign. She put the sign up, I stopped, and then she put it down. So I kept going, and then she blew the whistle, stopped, and go back. And then a few weeks later, the cops came to my door and said, that
Where's Mike Adams?
Oh, yeah, well, his pieces of one, yeah, he had a wedding.
they should have done the wedding here, like Terry.
I know, right? Hey, he's from Jersey, what can I tell you?
Yeah, good to see you. God bless you. Well, good talking to you. How you doing, Leonard?
Good. How about yourself?
Good. You okay?
Getting along, yeah.
All
I'm doing
right.
okay. I tore my Achilles first part of June. Had surgery. I should be in the boot for about another month.
Okay.
So I can walk with the crutches now, but this weekend I feel safer in the chair. So I'm being in the chair.
You got to sit down.
Yeah, I take a seat with me everywhere I go, so that's good. So I'm doing all right with it. It is what it is.
All right. That's good.
Ginny's with me.
Yeah.
She's did not bring the dog this time.
Oh.
We left him home in the kennel.
We were debating bringing our turtle, but we did it. Our tortoise, the Russian tortoise. The gecko, too small.
I had a box turtle when I was a kid.
It was a box turtle?
It was a box turtle when I was a kid.
Those are beautiful.
Oh, yeah, he had beautiful coloring on the shell. His name was Herbie because he was like Herbie
the love
bug because he was shaped like Herbie. So I called him Herbie.
Well, I was in, which town was it? In central Pennsylvania. I was at a conference, and I was driving, and I saw a box turtle in the middle of the road. I stopped. I really wanted to bring her home, but you can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. But I at least helped him cross the street and not get hit by a car.
I see those robot monster set.
Yeah, because that was the shirt for the last Monster Band.
Yeah. I remember when you were tiny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when all of you were a lot smaller.
Yeah. This is a 10th year.
10th year?
We're here. Yeah,
Okay.
we started coming in 2014.
So who's the oldest?
Faith is
Right?
oldest.
How old are you now? 16. Okay, so you have been 6 when
Yeah.
you guys were first coming.
So he was only a year old. He wasn't there, and he was always disappointed because we met Joel Hodgson.
Yeah.
That was the reason we came here, was to meet Joel Hodgson.
Okay, yeah, the year we had Joel.
And last Sunday, he wanted to. I said, "You have two choices Sunday. We could drive an hour and see They There Stood Still on a big screen, or we could drive 3 hours and go to Blobfest and see Creature from the Black Lagoon in 3D." He said, "We're going to go to Blobfest." We get there, and we didn't know Joel Hodgson was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he finally got to meet him.
Well, good. Yeah, we had
Joel Robinson.
Joel Robinson, because that was the character he played, Joel Robinson.
So that'd be Solomon Jr.
Well, good. Yeah.
So that was awesome, though.
I keep telling Ron we had Joel, now we need to get Mike.
Yeah, I never met Mike. I
would like to. I've heard he's pretty good at shows.
Oh, yeah?
He's done appearances, yeah. I hear most of them are pretty nice.
Yeah, so how we doing? What's going on?
How you doing?
Hey guys.
Good. So, good to see you.
See everyone.
What's going on? How are you doing? How are you doing?
to see you back.
Yeah.
We're happy. You're real happy. Yeah.
So, Billy and I, we were at the last cinematic Titanic. which was
Oh,
Billy.
yeah.
So we met Joel, Frank, Trace, Mary Jo, and Weinstein, the original. Larry Earnhardt was the character in the first season.
Yeah.
What's his name? Weinstein. What's his first name? There's another. There's like a writer for The Simpsons has the same name.
Yeah, Weintraub?
Josh Weinstein. Yeah.
Weinstein, okay.
Yeah. So the five of them, they were very nice. We got all of their autographs and everything. And so then when we came here to Bash, Joel remembered us.
Great.
I was like, what? And then I saw him one more time at Chiller, and he was in the same room with Zachary. So I got a video of Joel and Zachary together.
Awesome.
Zachary was really nice to us.
He was good. I've been to Chiller. I've talked to him a couple times when we were there.
He must have been here, no, Zachary?
I don't think we ever got, because he wasn't traveling by that point. He lived in the New York area.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think we ever got. I think Ron talked to him, but I don't think he was traveling by that point.
Okay.
But we had Chili Billy, of course, every year here, and we had Elvira one time. That was before, I think you guys were coming. We had her one time. It was just because, same thing with Joel, they start out and then they want more money and they want to come back with, they ask for more stuff and it's a little tough to get. But we had her once. She was great.
Yeah.
She did gangbusters for us.
Yeah. Mr. Lobo and I have become good friends.
Yeah, Lobo I think's coming.
He's coming. He's coming today. Because he had me on his show a couple of times now.
Oh, good.
He two of the shows came out, and one that we filmed. I don't know how long ago. He said it's going to come out soon. We goes. He meets a Brooklyn Gorilla.
Oh, that's a good one. And a good one isn't a bad one.
Yeah. So that's coming out soon, and that was. And while we did that, he filmed like a little Christmas like commercial, and he used that twice. And then we did with this guy made a movie, Johnny X. He showed Johnny X, and we went to the Shankweiler Theater, which is the oldest standing. It's the second drive-in theater ever. It's the oldest
still
existing
standing. Okay, where's
drive-in
that at?
theater. It's in the Lehigh Valley area, like near Allentown, that area.
I know the area.
Not far from Mahoning Drive-In. You know about the?
I know Mahoning. I would love to go over there. I haven't been to it.
We've been to Mahoning. I've been to Mahoning 2 or 3 times. It was always for a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, I have a few people I know here that live there, near there, and go to Mahoning.
At the prison, we have the Native American chief. He says his daughter goes there all the time. He lives near there. And but I'm saying one of the chaplains that works for me. But we didn't. They just did Godzilla a couple of weeks ago, but we could only go either Thursday. And we don't want to. If we could camp like we did, remember you were there for Bash Under the Stars?
Oh yeah.
We got the trailer, so then we were able to stay there.
Yeah, that's
for the
nice.
Sabbath.
Yeah,
but like Mahoning does camping, but only tent camping. We're not going to camp in a tent, like that. That's not open till 3.
Open at 3.
So if we, you could go watch the movie in there.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff you guys can see till 3.
So all they showed. So we would either go Thursday night or Sunday night. So I think Thursday night they showed Godzilla 1985, and Sunday night they showed the 1998 Godzilla.
Oh.
And I was like, it's not worth to go see that. I only ever saw that with Riff Tracks. That was the only time I ever saw it.
I think I watched it on cable after it came out and was just like, this is awful.
It's not as bad. Once I actually saw it, I was like, well, it's not as bad as I expected it to be, because I expected it to be really bad.
It has a reputation of being, it's not as bad, it's just kind of misses the point of Godzilla.
If it wasn't Godzilla, and if it was just the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms.
Yeah, if it was something else.
It would make more sense, But it was, because I saw at Mahoning, I saw Monster Zero, I saw Godzilla versus Megalon, and Godzilla versus Gigan. So I was there 3 times.
Okay.
3 different years, and it's a cool. The last time they had a full, like, I don't know, 30-foot tall Godzilla statue that was breathing out smoke, and it was
Cool.
pretty cool. Yeah, and then one time they had their they had the giant ants full-size models from them that somebody made, and like, so they do cool stuff there. It's worth trying to go out there.
Yeah. If I ever get on that side of the state, I'll have to go. That I'd like to go. There's a couple drive-ins. There's one in Columbus. It's kind of old and run down, and there's one in Lancaster, Ohio. That's actually really nice.
So, this was.
Oh.
That's the first time we went to.
Nice.
That's all with them, but they.
You don't see digital cameras much anymore.
Yeah, Mahoning.
My dream present.
My 1 year, my mom got my one niece selling on something a Kodak camera.
Yeah.
They make new Kodaks now.
Well, Solomon, he wanted the film so he could take the negatives. What did he want to do with the negatives? But he found a film camera, and they didn't give us back the negatives. They said they don't give back the negatives anymore.
Oh, really?
And he said he actually, I think he took negative pictures, like pictures of something in negative form, so that the negatives would be positive, and he'd have film that he could project on something.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what he was trying to do.
Yeah, no,
and so he did that for that sake, and he was waiting for the pictures to come back just so he could get the negatives back. And oh no, we don't give negatives back.
Really? They used to.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember
because we still got tons of pictures, that my mom and grandma kept in the pack with the negatives.
Yeah.
They just kept it all together.
When I was in junior high, we had a lab that we could develop pictures. We only had to do black and white. So I had to get black and white film. And my grandpa gave me this old camera he had, like a nice camera. That I could put in the black and white film, and I developed it myself, and that was I was either doing double exposures to look like ghosts, or I'd take pictures of toads next to little toys so it looked like giant monsters attacking and stuff, and I don't know if I saw those pictures
When I first started in newspapers, I interned in college, so this was 99, 2000. They had switched to digital cameras, but they still had that stuff in the room.
Yeah.
Just in case, because digital was still we don't know if this is going to break, and we don't know if this is even going to last as a technology. So they still had that stuff in the back room, all the equipment and the chemicals and all that to develop photos.
This would have been probably 1995.
Yeah, they didn't start switching to digital till like I interned in '99. I think that was the start of having a website and putting stories online, and having computers instead of word processors.
Oh yeah, I had a word processor, and it had that little screen.
Yeah, I had one when I was in high school. So you could type it out and then check it, and then you could.
And then it would type out. So I made video games with that little screen because you had a floppy disk that you'd save.
Oh,
so I made a whole maze. And the way I did it was you would delete. I made a bunch of dots, and I made a little alligator, and you'd delete the dots. So it looked like the alligator was eating the dots like Pac-Man.
Cool.
That was with that little screen.
People get inventive.
All right. The other thing I could draw was an airplane. With parentheses and dashes and underlines and. That was or a flying saucer I could do. Those are the things I could make with the word processor. I was always a monster kid. So as far as I remember my dad showing me King Kong and Son of Kong, and I remember taping Godzilla versus Megalon off of Channel 5. When I was probably 3-4 years old. Monster Vision after that on TNT. I was obsessed with that. I would set up my VCR and I'd record every Monster Vision.
I watched that. I had Grandpa Monsters on TBS. I used to watch that. He used to have movies on Saturday afternoons, I think.
Yeah.
Commander USA, you remember him? He was on the USA Network.
Maybe.
He was on the USA Network.
I remember Grandpa.
This was the 80s.
Yeah, I remember Grandpa Munster had. I think I remember Grandpa Munster on TBS, but I remember him on a VHS collection.
Yeah, see, I think after that he did some VHS tapes.
Yeah, so I saw. That's how I saw Gamera for the first time.
Okay.
I never heard of Gamera, and I was at the video store, and I was like, "What is this?" So I was like, and then that's when, and then Killers from Space. I remember seeing a bunch of times. And that was all right. Good to see you, Leonard.
Well, good to see you guys. I'll be around.
Yep.
I'll see you guys later.
Let me check. Let me get how many hours?
I'm scared of one.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah, I've been live streaming for the Yeah. Nobody's watching.